And man, let me out the contract, bro. What we gotta do? What I gotta do? Why I gotta meet you? The whole world heard me asking you, bro. What we gotta do? I just talked to Baby J. I still ain't talked to you. I did business with you. I ain't do business with Baby J. I did business with you. And you tell him I ain't trying to pull up. Who ain't trying to pull up? Trump the law. You stopped drinking liquor for a year. Now you're a saint. You go sober on liquor for a year. Now you a really nigga walking. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Look in the mirror. Let's go back to his post every time. Look in the mirror. Let's go back to the mirror. I paid for a jet ride in Jerry for a video that got him rich. So stop bringing that jet up.
This whole situation started getting real messy when Finesse2Tymes finally went public with his frustration, and you could hear the pressure all through his voice. He wasn't joking anymore, and people instantly noticed the tone had changed. This wasn't regular industry talk or somebody just venting online for attention. He sounded genuinely tired of being ignored and pushed to the side. He straight up said, "Mike, let me out the contract, bro. What we gotta do? What I gotta do?" And that hit hard because it sounded like somebody who already tried to handle things the calm way behind closed doors, but got nowhere. What really made people start looking at the situation sideways was when he explained he had already been reaching out privately. He said, "I just talked to Baby J. I still ain't talked to you. I did business with you." That line alone had social media going crazy because now folks were wondering why basic communication even became a problem in the first place. In the music business, artists expect disagreements. But when somebody can't even get a direct conversation, people immediately assume something deeper is going on behind the scenes. The silence around everything only made the drama look worse. Fans started reading between the lines, saying it looked like Finesse felt trapped in a deal that wasn't moving right anymore. And when an artist starts publicly asking for answers instead of handling things quietly, that usually means frustration been building up for a long time. Then he doubled down and made his stance crystal clear. "I ain't trying to pull up." Drop that over. That part changed the whole energy of the conversation because he was making it known he wasn't trying to turn this into any kind of street issue or public confrontation. He wanted business handled like business. Plain and simple. He just wanted out. Plain and simple. But at the same time, you could feel the pressure building heavier by the second, like this situation wasn't going to stay calm for much longer. The more people listened to what he was saying, the more obvious it became that this wasn't some small disagreement anymore. There was real frustration behind it, and fans could tell he felt stuck in a situation that kept getting harder to fix. The tension started spreading online fast because once artists begin speaking publicly like this, people immediately know something serious is happening behind the scenes. When you really break it down, music contracts can get complicated real quick. A lot of fans think artists can just walk away whenever they want, but that's usually not how the industry works. Once paperwork gets signed, getting out of a deal often comes down to money, and not just a little bit either. We're talking huge numbers, the kind that can completely change somebody's finances overnight. That's the part many people don't realize until they see artists publicly fighting for their freedom later on. For Finesse2Tymes, it started looking like a buyout might have been the only realistic option left. But that's way easier said than done when millions could be tied into contracts, advances, and business agreements. Most artists don't just have that kind of cash sitting around ready to throw at a label situation. So now you got somebody trying to grow their career while also feeling locked into something they clearly unhappy with, and that pressure can build up fast. That's exactly why everything took such a wild turn once he decided to go public with it. Instead of handling it quietly behind closed doors, he brought the situation straight to the internet and basically said, "Somebody help me get out this deal." The second those words started circulating online, the whole conversation changed. Now, it wasn't just private business anymore. Fans, bloggers, and industry people all started watching closely, trying to figure out what was really going on behind the scenes. The whole world was watching at that point, and that's when things really started going left fast. What began as frustration behind the scenes suddenly turned into a public situation nobody could ignore anymore. Finesse2Tymes didn't keep it low-key or quietly hint at problems either. He went straight to the internet and started calling out major names one after another like he was throwing out a real emergency signal. He mentioned Rick Ross, 50 Cent, Brock Lesnar, Eminem, Magic Johnson, Spike Lee, Jay-Z, saying, "Somebody help me get out this deal." And the second people heard that, social media exploded with reactions. That wasn't subtle at all. That sounded like somebody who felt completely backed into a corner and was willing to reach anywhere for support before the situation got even worse. Fans immediately started debating whether this was a smart move or a risky one, because publicly calling out powerful people in the industry can change relationships fast. Once private business becomes internet business, everything gets more complicated. Industry executives, artists, bloggers, and fans all start picking sides, making assumptions, and digging into every little detail. What made the moment hit even harder was the fact that Finesse sounded genuinely desperate for a solution. This didn't come across like regular promo or internet clout chasing. People could hear the frustration in his words, and that's why so many clips started spreading online so quickly. It looked like somebody trying to find a lifeline before things spiraled completely out of control. And once he started naming celebrities and major figures publicly, the pressure around the entire situation instantly got bigger. But here's the part nobody expected. Out of all the huge names Finesse2Tymes called out, only one person actually responded publicly, and that changed the entire conversation overnight.
So when you sign to a record label, you're supposed to have your own lawyer. I didn't know that. So when it was time for me to sign my official monetized paperwork, not on the jet, not that y'all seen me sign, when it was time to really sign the official monetized paperwork, they told me that to get a lawyer to look over. That I need a lawyer to look over. I'm like, yeah, of course I need a lawyer to look over. Ooh. Hey, like, yeah, what? Don't go get no lawyer. Don't go get no lawyer. Just get a lawyer to read over the contract and make sure it's the conditions that you want. I didn't understand that. I thought that this was just something I'm supposed to do. I didn't know how to find a lawyer. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know. I'm a month out of doing a 5-year deal. I don't know nothing about it at all. A couple days later, call back and say, we found you a good lawyer. His name is Balaji. He big extra plug manager now. Or lawyer. He say, now mind you, I don't know that the label don't supposed to get me a lawyer. How can the lawyer fight for me if y'all paying on me? How can the manager fight for me if the manager is your dad? I signed a management contract with Jay Prince. I didn't know that your manager and the label don't supposed to be a part of each other. It's like a conflict of interest. I didn't know that, but y'all did, and y'all didn't tell me. Y'all let me do it. All that is neither here nor there, though. I just want out the joint. I ain't trying to, I don't think I got no case. I don't feel like I can go at y'all and win no money. I ain't trying to be tough and bully or extort nobody. I just ain't going. That's all. I just ain't going. You know that, though. Everybody else, the internet is you, but you know, I ain't going. So, bro, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes. I'm past the sides. Trying to talk to him, trying to handle my business. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do away with this monetized thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I can drop music, y'all, but if I want to drop it the way y'all want me to drop it, like on DSPs and Apple and all, that's the label fault, y'all. I can't do nothing about that. I can put something on YouTube for y'all. I might drop a mixtape or something on YouTube for y'all, but I can't put nothing on DSPs, y'all. Y'all holler at Atlantic Records and holler at Junior about that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to certain clearances, sometimes it's gonna get cleared, sometimes it ain't gonna get cleared. And it's just that on it. If it ain't gonna get cleared, I'm gonna put it on YouTube and we just gonna keep on trucking, y'all. But the next label I signed to is gonna be a real partnership deal. A real part. See, Junior manipulated me into believing that we was doing a partnership deal. The contract says that it's a partnership deal. But then the body of the contract, I'm basically an artist. So you dressed it up to where I can see it as a partnership, like you my man, you my partner, you my guy. Just like when I found out about the royalties.
The one who stepped up was 50 Cent, and people were shocked because 50 isn't known for randomly jumping into other people's business without a reason. So the second he spoke up, everybody locked in and started paying attention closely. What made it even crazier was that 50 didn't come with empty words or internet jokes. He showed up sounding like he already had a plan in mind, and that instantly made the situation feel way more serious than before. He said, "I got a great idea. I'm planning to get you a role in my upcoming show so you can make enough money to buy yourself out that deal." And the second people read that, the whole conversation changed instantly. That wasn't just somebody showing support online for attention. 50 Cent came with an actual strategy and a possible way out of the situation. Instead of feeding more drama, he sounded like he was offering Finesse2Tymes a real opportunity to make serious money and create another lane outside of music. Then 50 added even more fuel to the internet reaction when he said, "I've been watching Finesse closely. Dude gonna kill any character on any movie." That line had fans talking heavy because now people weren't only focused on contracts anymore. Suddenly, the discussion shifted toward acting, television, and the possibility of Finesse building an entirely different career move. Some people even started saying this could end up being the smartest thing that happened to him if it actually worked out. The narrative switched fast from frustration and conflict to possible business opportunities and industry connections. As soon as Finesse2Tymes saw 50 Cent's response, he wasted absolutely no time reacting. He jumped straight onto social media and replied, "At 50 Cent, check your DM. Let's get down to it, OG." That response showed everybody he was fully serious and ready to move immediately with no hesitation. You could tell he saw a real chance to finally change his situation, and fans started flooding the comments saying this might actually be the lifeline he had been searching for the whole time. But then things got even deeper when he opened up more about how exhausted he felt dealing with everything. He said, "I'm already fed up being associated with this. All I want is my freedom." That part hit people differently because it didn't sound like internet hype or promo talk anymore. It sounded personal, emotional, and built up from months of frustration behind closed doors. Once those words started circulating online, social media went into full chaos mode, trying to figure out what was really happening behind the scenes.
Academics made he reacted to it, to what they said. First, I kind of thought he wasn't talking to me, but I thought J. Prince Jr. wasn't talking to me. But now I seen him that he was in academics comments saying millions. Didn't I tell y'all I millions of dollars off? I told y'all I millions of dollars off. I told y'all this. There's no shame in my game. I'm millions of dollars off. It ain't the money off that I'm about. I'm past it. I used to be about it. I'm past that part. I ain't worried about being about the money no more. I'm past being about losing my money. It's a lot of more money to go get. I can go get a lot of more money, bro, and I can go get it a whole lot faster if you let me out this contract, my boy. That's my response to you. So his thing was ain't nothing worse than some. Let me go see. The bigger on the earth than a man who blew $1 million and is having trouble getting it back. It's everybody's fault but their own. It's harder to look in the mirror than it is to point a finger. It's coming from you, Junior. You type that. You type that, bro. You stop drinking liquor for a year, now you're a saint. You go sober on liquor for a year, now you the realest nigga walking. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen to what you just said. It's hard. You could, everything else, you were damn near on the money. You were damn near on the money when you said, there ain't no victim bigger on the earth than a man who blew $1 million and is having trouble getting it back. It's everybody's fault but they own. You should have kept it right there. See, you f***ed up when you said it's harder to look in the mirror than it is to point a finger. Says the nigga who never looks in the mirror. You don't even know who you are. You are blessed in abundance. You are a privileged person, a privileged child. Your advice, anything you got to say, we really can't relate. Difference between me and you is, I was forced. You was in the streets by choice. I was in the streets by force. So everything that you got to say about me, I'm gonna man up to it. Because where I come from, they don't teach you the things that privileged families teach you. So yes, I have been disloyal. Yes, I have money off. Yes, I have made the wrong decisions. Yes, I have been in and out of jail all my life. Hell, it ain't the problem. I said $1 million worth of game and told you. The problem came in when y'all gave up. The problem was never losing the money because the money come in and it go out. It come in and it go out. It was never losing no money. It was never the money. It was the help. Ask for support. I ain't asked for remorse, nigga. I ain't asked for remorse. All my life I got out and made it happen, nigga. This ain't nothing but just a bigger platform to make it happen. But I can't do it by myself, nigga. I can't be the quarterback and the wide receiver. Nigga, you want me to throw the ball and catch them up? I'm going in the studio and making good music. Records with Glow River, records with this person, records with... They won't even do what they supposed to do. Look in the mirror. And let's go back, rewind. Look in the mirror. You said look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. It ain't my fault. I'm not the CEO. I'm not signed with Atlantic. Mob Ties is. I'm just a rapper. It's y'all job to push the pen and the pad across the table and get the job done. It's not my fault that they really don't like you. So now I'm a victim of circumstances. And now you're letting me look in the mirror. Yeah, I lost it, but you always can get it back. It's the whole game of life. You win some, you lose some, nigga. So what the f you talking about losing money for? Haven't you lost money? Haven't you made it? Okay, we all have. That ain't the point. The point is, you have the authority. You can actually say, you know what? Finesse done all that time in jail. That young nigga didn't know no better. I hate when people say, oh, he bought a jet, brought him on a jet and all kind of got you in. I paid for that. See, I ain't know that I was paying for all that. I paid for it. I ain't know that at first though. I ain't know that until I got the paperwork. And then they were like, oh, you gotta pay. I'm like, damn, I thought that was just off the love and the loyalty. Whole time this was for a video that they made money off. Look in the mirror. Let's go back to this post every time. Look in the mirror. Let's go back to the mirror. I paid for a jet ride in Jerry for a video that got him rich. So stop bringing that jet up. Stop bringing all that old, oh, he gave you know I paid for it. And I also let y'all know that I appreciated everything. I don't never want nobody in the world to feel like that Finesse2Tymes is unappreciable. I don't never want nobody in the world to think that Finesse2Tymes don't appreciate shit. Everybody that know me, they know I'm the last nigga to be unappreciative. But this what everybody don't know, and this what everybody don't like about me. I'm gonna keep it funky with you right now. I'm gonna keep this shit super funky right now. This is why niggas don't like me. I'm not like Honeycomb Brady. I'm not finna go back and forth with you on no internet and call you behind closed doors and say I'm sorry. I'm not finna go to the internet and apologize to you on the internet, off the internet, or none of this shit. I'm not doing it. Unless you deserve an apology. I'm not doing it. So guess what? I don't kiss ass. 250 don't kiss ass. I ain't going, I'm not.
And that's when the entire situation took another sharp turn, because J. Prince Jr. wasn't about to sit back quietly after seeing 50 Cent suddenly step into the middle of everything like that. He came back with a message that immediately had people talking heavy online, and the tone of it caught everybody's attention fast. J. Prince Jr. basically sent a warning toward 50 Cent, saying, "Don't go wasting your resources on somebody who won't value what you did for him." The second that statement started spreading across social media, fans instantly realized this situation was no longer quiet industry business behind closed doors. Now it was turning into a public back and forth involving major names with strong opinions on both sides. Then things got even more intense when he brought up the past and mentioned old history involving 50. He said, "Remember how Game played you? That's the same way this gonna play in your face." That line hit hard because it wasn't just commentary about Finesse2Tymes anymore. Now, it sounded personal, almost like a direct challenge toward 50 Cent himself. People online immediately started debating whether J. Prince Jr. was trying to warn him genuinely or throw subtle shots at him in public. What really added more tension was when he started suggesting other artists instead. He mentioned names like Yayo and Uncle Murda, saying they could be put on the show instead. That made a lot of people feel like he was completely dismissing the idea of helping Finesse altogether. Fans started reading into every word, with some saying it sounded like he didn't believe the move would work out, while others felt he was trying to protect business relationships behind the scenes. Once all of this hit the internet, the situation exploded into something much bigger than just contract problems. People started saying this was turning into a battle over respect, influence, and who really had control in the middle of everything. The energy around the situation changed completely because now pride and public image were getting involved too. And this is where everything really started boiling over, because Finesse2Tymes wasn't holding anything back anymore, and the internet was watching every move closely. After all the back and forth started blowing up online, Finesse2Tymes finally reached a point where it looked like he didn't care who got upset anymore. The pressure had clearly been building for a long time, and now he was speaking with a whole different type of energy. Instead of staying quiet or trying to smooth things over, he started making it clear that he felt completely disconnected from the people around him. Fans could tell this wasn't just frustration from one bad day either. This looked like somebody who had been holding things in for months and finally snapped publicly. What made the situation even crazier was how quickly social media picked sides. Some people were saying Finesse had every right to speak out if he felt trapped or unheard, while others felt going public like this could damage relationships behind the scenes permanently. Every live stream clip, every repost, and every quote started spreading across blogs within minutes. The drama moved fast, and suddenly everybody had an opinion about who was right and who was wrong. Then Finesse turned the intensity up even more by making it clear he wasn't trying to fake smiles anymore just to keep the peace. He started talking like somebody fully prepared to separate himself from the situation no matter what came next. That kind of public energy instantly made people wonder if there were deeper problems happening behind closed doors that fans never knew about. Once artists stop sounding careful and start speaking emotionally online, people know things have probably been tense for a while. At the same time, the industry was paying attention too, because situations like this can affect business, partnerships, and reputations all at once. Some fans believe 50 Cent stepping in gave Finesse hope that he finally had another path forward, while others wondered if the public drama would make everything harder to fix. Either way, one thing became obvious fast. This situation had grown way bigger than a simple disagreement over a contract. Now it was turning into a full public showdown, and every new post only added more pressure to the fire. He started breaking down exactly what allegedly went wrong behind the scenes, and some of the details instantly had people looking at that deal sideways. The more he explained, the more fans started questioning how everything was handled from the beginning. Finesse2Tymes admitted straight up that when he first got into the situation, he didn't fully understand how music contracts were supposed to work. He said he didn't even know he was supposed to have his own lawyer protecting his interests during negotiations, and that confession alone had social media going crazy with reactions. According to him, when it came time to sign the actual paperwork, he claimed he was told not to go out and hire his own attorney. Instead, he said they allegedly told him to just let somebody already around the situation look over the contract. That part raised major questions online because fans immediately started asking how an artist is supposed to fully protect themselves without independent representation involved. In the music business, paperwork can completely shape somebody's career, finances, and freedom. So people took those statements very seriously. Then the situation got even deeper when he started speaking about the lawyer connected to the deal. He claimed the attorney they provided already had ties to the other side, and that's when he openly questioned the whole setup. He said, "How can a lawyer fight for me if y'all the ones paying him?" That line spread everywhere online because people instantly understood why he felt uncomfortable looking back on everything now. Many fans started debating whether he fully understood the contract terms at the time or trusted the process too quickly because he was trying to move his career forward fast. What really changed the conversation was when he started talking about the so-called partnership he believed he was entering. According to Finesse, he was under the impression it would be more balanced and collaborative, but once he later looked deeper into the paperwork, he felt it was structured very differently. He basically explained that what sounded like a partnership publicly ended up looking more like a traditional artist deal behind the scenes. And once those claims hit the internet, people started analyzing every detail and questioning how much artists truly understand before signing major contracts. And even after all the tension, public callouts, and drama surrounding the situation, Finesse2Tymes still tried to make one thing clear from his side. He said he wasn't looking for problems, revenge, or trying to take anything away from anybody. According to him, this was never about bullying people or turning things into chaos online. He said, "I ain't trying to bully nobody, I just ain't going." And honestly, that line summed up the entire situation perfectly, because at the end of the day, it sounds like he simply wants freedom from a deal he no longer feels comfortable being attached to. At the same time, the situation has clearly grown way bigger than anybody expected. You got 50 Cent stepping in with opportunities and possible solutions, while Jay Prince Jr. pushed back publicly and questioned the whole move. That's why fans are still split all over social media right now. Some people feel Finesse2Tymes is doing whatever he can to regain control of his career, while others think public pressure and internet drama only make situations like this harder to solve behind closed doors. Either way, one thing is obvious. This story is far from finished, and people are watching every update closely because the tension keeps building. Now, the big question is, who do you think really in the right here, and who moving wrong? Was Finesse2Tymes justified for going public, or should everything have stayed private behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because this debate got everybody talking right now. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to SoftScandal, share this video with your people, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss the next update.